Alright, let's get loaded in here. Get caught up with where we left off yesterday. We had started hunting giants, but we still need to find and kill at least 3 more groups to lure out the Umbrage Lord. So, looking at our village, we have quite a bit of things queued up, starting to improve our warriors. Let's see if we've finished anything recently. Looks like we got some 2-handed swords. Don't know if anybody still needs those in our village. Looks like that's a no. Okay. What else we got? Got a few hammers. And I don't think we've gotten... Oh, we have 2 rings ready. Let's go ahead and put those on some of our warriors. Who had the axe? You will love this even more. There we go. Straight up 100 damage base with a max of 110. Super nice. Alright, and then our main group is hunting giants. We got attacked from this direction, so I was hoping to encounter a camp here, but no luck. And our misfits are gathering mithril.
You realize a group of attackers is approaching your village fast.
Okay, let's defend ourselves.
A group of crazed scavengers attacks your village. They run around like crazy and try to grab whatever they can, while others attack your people.
So if you do a straight attack, you will lose quite a bit of resources, because in the confusion the bandits will take it. So you get this option is usually available, and this one just kind of depends on your setup. This is similar to the wolves fighting the cat and child, where you would lose 2 people from your party and then do the fight, or you can try to intimidate them. And I'm going to go with the intimidation, see what happens.
The scavengers stop in their tracks and look at you uneasily. Clearly the sight of an organized group is making them unsettled.
So a straight fight, you will never have a chance of gaining permanent stat increases. So I'm going to attempt a social and see what happens. It's against 6 scavengers. I'm just going to auto-resolve that.
Your people make a lot of noise to make it seem like there is a lot more of you. Your best warriors tense their muscles and make themselves look scary, and your wise ones pretend to cast magic. It seems to work. This was too much for the scavengers. Not only do they leave, but some manage to drop their stuff on the way.
Not that good of a bow, we'll get rid of that. And the big thing is we gain permanent speech skill, and now Fat Louie can actually help in a speech challenge. Barely, but he can help.
You are ambushed. A group of thugs stands in your way, bearing weapons and vile grins on their unshaven faces.
So many
They look
thugs.
determined and unafraid. From their confident stance and sideways glances, you suspect they may have friends hiding nearby. One of them steps forwards and speaks. Your goods or your lives. We need some metals and a weapon or 2. We're not too greedy. We can do this the easy way, or, well, you know the rest. We're just fine with either.
Same story here. You can give them your stuff, but that's kind of a dumb idea. You could fight, but all you're going to get is experience out of it, whereas if you choose either of the social routes, you're going to get experience anyways and a chance at other things. So I flirted last time. We're going to go with just a straight social challenge.
There are those among you who know how to talk to people, but you can see it isn't going to be an easy challenge. Nevertheless, your best people enter into a hot debate with the would-be attackers.
So the captain has good stats, the fighters are okay, and the shooters are just kind of a joke. Alright, none of them are going to have piercing attacks for a speech challenge. So shielding doesn't really matter, but my highest shield is also my highest attack, so I'm gonna go with it anyways. There's the captain, so he won't get an attack. We'll go ahead and poke him for the hell of it. And then we'll send out a dwarf. Okay, let's go ahead and get rid of the tactical cards. Just to be safe, we'll confuse these two. So 5 damage kills him, she can handle that. Then we'll send him out, support him, so that he can kill the next one. And then she will be our cleanup.
You spoke of the fall of mankind, you spoke of the camaraderie of fellow beings, of the rebirth of Thea, and of common goals. The bandits were not convinced, so you spoke of sickly children, of the old Granny Helena who was on her last legs, and of the unfortunate young Henrik who fell prey to a Lyho's trick. Despite themselves, the ruffians seem moved by your plea. They not only leave you be, but also leave some supplies for poor Granny Helena.
Granny Helena thanks you. And there we go, even more permanent stats. Just what I want. Okay, we finished a couple more rings, which is nice. We can continue to beef up our warriors here. And while I'm thinking about it, I need to clean my inventory because this is ridiculous. Let's see, you're not useful. You're semi-useful because of the leech on top of everything else. You're bad quality. I'll keep the 8 one. Don't need these. We have those. So much crap. Okay, we want to keep the... Oh, it's bad quality. Alright, we'll go ahead and break that one down too. We'll definitely keep this one even though it's bad quality. That's still better armor than anything else we have here. We don't need any more of the grass shirts. We'll keep the good quality ones in case we get some more weak new characters who can't equip very good gear. We definitely don't need the fish or those baskets. Alright, bulk, dismantle the expedition, and then move everything back. And let's see, let's check up here. Still nothing. So yeah, it looks like no giants around here. So we'll head towards this cave and see what we can find.
You fall through the ground into a dark and stale tunnel. The fall was rough, but it is possible to make your way back up.
This is my badass group. And we are pretty damage intensive, so I think I'm going to be cocky and take on the dragon. I pretty much have most of my endgame gear. Let's do it.
You venture deeper and deeper into the tunnel until you reach a crossroads. You go to the right and you walk for what seems like forever. It gets darker and colder with every step. Finally, you reach a large underground chamber. It is filled with shiny stones and all sorts of treasures. But on top of them, there sleeps a dragon.
And let's attack it. Alright, Svarozeks are pretty annoying as well, but the dragon's going to be our main concern. I don't remember if Svarozeks have piercing attacks, so that's a little bit problematic. Our badass, unfortunately, is in our tactical hand. That's okay. If need be, we can first action 3 people, so we'll keep that in mind. For now, it's be safe, I'm gonna go ahead and send out a shield. And she's actually strong enough to kill that guy, and there's the dragons. Luckily he's confused, so he doesn't even get a first action, which is perfect because we get to send 3 cards out, which means I can send all 3 of my piercing attacks right now. Get that poke in, they'll get their first attack, and then by the second round they'll kill it before he ever gets an action. I like that. So let us poke with the unshielded ones first, and then the slightly shielded one. We got another Swarzek minion. 22 life. I could poke it to death, but that would use up 2 of my first actions. Kinda want to keep those. It's level 4, I can just confuse it, and I think that's going to be the better route. Yeah, let's just confuse it and then send out her. Alright, so she's going to kill this one. These 3 will slowly whittle the dragon down. She's going to attack either direction and she kills. They don't do a whole lot of damage, so I'm not even really worried about them now that I see that. Let's go ahead and poke this. We can't poke it to death. We only get 1 card. So we'll send this one out. Can't poke this one to death because we only get 1 card. In which case I'm going to confuse. Still only get 1 card. Confuse the other one. Now we're not in danger of taking any attacks on the first turn, which is perfect. And now we can poke this one to death. She has a really good shield, so I'll do her to do the poke first. Kill. What am I going to do with you? You do more damage on the second round than you can support. And they nearly killed the dragon on the first turn. Now he's definitely dead. And that was a nice and easy dragon fight.
You have slain a dragon. Seriously, you have. But the whole cave now shakes violently. Time to move. You run as fast as you can towards the left tunnel, and it does have an exit.
Okay, let's see what we got. Rubies will be nice. I still need a couple more blood pendants. This ring, not so useful. Apparently we got 2 small stacks of rubies. Lots of diamond. That's nice. That's going to help us with gambling gear. Dragon bone helps with mostly our jewelry and our shields. And then this axe is not as good as what we're making. Great experience. But the biggest thing we got is the prestige of killing a dragon without taking a single attack. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, continuing on. Got some more rings ready. That means our last warrior in the village can equip them. That one's bad quality. And we'll let him use the bad quality one. Everything else is going to go for our expedition when we return. And since we'll be passing by it, we might as well stop by, pick up what we can. Gates, they're kind of like wind demons, not really a concern. Alright, give me the hammers and that and the rings, and let's see what we can equip. You are strong enough. All it does is add shielding and take away leech though. Not really worth it. That's way too heavy for you. 20 and 2. So losing 2 leech isn't that bad for a gain in armor and shielding. Yeah, let's go with that. Damage and attractive. Range damage and armor. Nah. And then my badass, he's really going to make use of these rings. So now he does 101, and so 113 base damage and 125 max damage. Nice. And then one of my other warriors can make use of this last ring. What do we got? 2 armor, 1 armor. So we'll get rid of that one and put that one on. He's already got the hammer. Okay, that's it for us. Would it be better using the two-handed hammer, now that I think about it? What is that, 37? So it's actually better, it just is lacking the magic. And she's fine on magic as is. Well, actually, this gives her more magic than that one, so this is actually a better combo. Maybe I should be switching everyone over to this. I think I've learned something new today. I'll have to keep that in the back of my mind. Dragon bone and ancient wood. And enchanted bone and diamond.
Thea is not an easy place to grow up in, but alas, grow up we must. One of your children has matured into a young adult and is ready to join your village and rebuild Thea.
So, all 3 of our groups have 12 people, and our village has more, so we're going to be slowly populating our 3rd expedition with this, which means we should take another medic so that we give them the full medic support. Yeah,
Becoming
let's do
an
that.
adult is an important rite of passage.
Greta.
The whole village celebrates this joyous occasion. The youngster places a food offering at the altars of their gods, in thanks and in hopes for a good future.
Now we just need like 3 more warriors, and then I'll feel safe sending them out on short expeditions. In the meantime, what can we do for Greta? Well, she can have the sword and a grass shirt. That's about it. Alright, let's head towards the Giant's Cave. Don't really care about the gate. They can attack me if they want.
Before you is a group of black wolves attacking something.
Hey, another child.
Closer, you realize there are 2 packs, one attacking a small baby and one fighting not far with something else.
So I'm going to investigate.
You see that the child is clearly protected by some magic, as the wolves seem unable to get to it. However, you're not certain how long this shield will last. You also see that the other group is fighting with a single black cat that is putting up a good fight, but clearly losing its strength now.
And then I'll split my party, and it makes this fight easier into a 2-skull against 4 wolves.
You send a small group to protect the child, and the rest to help the cat.
Which I can then auto-resolve, because wolves are a joke. And even though it's good quality, I have no real use for it.
It was not easy, but both cat and child are fine. The cat's eyes shine gold, and you could swear it smiles at you. You feel a surge of positive energy.
And our dwarf gained his first 3 levels of animal kinship, so not too useful on him yet. But as that grows, that'll change.
You notice a faint glow amongst the forest shrubbery and discover luminous wild mushrooms growing in a perfect circle. These shrooms could have many uses, either as medicine or just food. But you do have an eerie feeling when you stand close to the luminous circle.
So as I mentioned yesterday, if you don't have this blue option to speak to the forest, just leave. Otherwise you're going to be put into a 4-skull fight against a Leshy, the tree ant looking demon. And it's a pretty tough fight, so unless you feel confident about it, just get out of there. However, if you do have this option, take it.
You know this circle is a sacred place for forest spirits and guardians. It is not wise to anger them. The forest goes eerily quiet, then a faint whisper floats in the wind. Why should we grant you any boons, human?
And then I'm going to do the social challenge. And the only two things that are really concerning here are the Leshy and the Ville. The rest are kind of jokes. The Pikenettes do have piercing attacks for speech challenges, so that's one thing to be concerned about. And so because of that, I'm actually going to focus on doing counters for a while. That's fine. Okay, so we only have 39 damage coming at us. That's a bit more than I was expecting. Of course, these two got buffed up. That's gonna be a pain in the ass. 7 damage. So he will absorb that, and then the Bouquet will waste its attack, killing him. Do I want to do that? Or I could have one of these guys do it, and they're the weakest fighter, so let's send her out. Even with that poke, these two will waste their attacks killing her, which just leaves 13 damage coming at us. So, let us send... She will survive it. And then that's going to be 5 damage into this one. We need to do 8 more to kill it. She can handle that. So this one dies. Then we need to do 12 damage to kill this one, which he can handle. The reason it's not sending this out, this is a wolf, and wolves have 0 attack, so the AI is like, this is a wasted card. I'm not sending it out. So then we need to take care of the wolf, which she handles. And then our badass dwarf will at least kill this Ville. And since this is a speech challenge, that's why I'm so willing to sacrifice cards, because the damage you take does not carry over. Only actual fights do that. Okay. So it's an even fight right now with 9-9. So we need to play a little smarter from now on. Can't sacrifice too many more cards. Let's see. I'm still going to stick with counter offenses. Okay, there's the 2 worst ones right there. Let's continue with counter offense 3 and 8. That's unfortunate, but okay. So we have 23 damage coming at us right now, which he survives until now. Now he'll die, but that's okay. So we need to do 12 to kill this one. He handles that. 13 to kill this one. She handles that. 15, she handles that, and she'll get a poke off on the Leshy. Leshy kills this one, and then the rest kill him. And we almost clean up the discard pile. Okay, now we are in the driver's seat. We are outnumbering them. Still going to stick with my plan of counter offense. Counter offense again, and then counter tactic. So this is the only one we have to deal with, and it doesn't even get an attack off. So he'll kill it, and then these guys will clean up the discard pile. And we win.
You lay out your case before the forest, and for a while you consider if there is anyone listening. But finally, one of the trees reaches out to you, bearing gifts.
Don't really need either of those, but the experience is nice. And we have a nice dragon just kind of roaming around here. Well then, Mr. Dragon. I'm just going to sit here and stare at you. What do you think of that? Nothing? Fine. I'll just kill you. Ooh, I could do a social or an intellect challenge with them. Interesting. I don't think we are prepared for a 5-skull social challenge in either case, but let's take a look. Intellect. 9, 9. Well, my warriors are smarter than I was thinking they were, but still not even close to what I would consider good for an intellect challenge. And speech. Even though we just did a speech. I don't... Let's see, that speech challenge was a 3-skull one, and it was pretty close at the start, which leads me to believe we are not going to be able to handle a 5-skull social challenge with a dragon, so we're just going to kill him. Normally I would go for anything that gives me a chance at permanent stats, but I just don't... Ooh. Dragon is in the active part. That's going to be a pain in the ass now. So, I technically have 3 cards that I can first action. So right now, it's more important to get the pokes out. Let's see. Ooh, actually we can counter offense a Svarix minion if I wanted, but that would get rid of one of my first actions. I don't like that. I kind of want to... Oh, these guys don't do much damage, so I'm not even going to worry about confusing them. So, let's go ahead and get a poke off on that guy. His shield will absorb most of the first attack. Then we will send her out. And she'll kill one of these, which is good. Now, for this dragon. These two combined, now that it's wounded, is going to do 29. This gets doubled to 16. So that's 45, 49. 78. This gets doubled to 16. So 94. 98. We need a lot of help. In fact, we're going to have to do all 3 first actions. Because 98, 148, 152, oh maybe not, 212, if my math is correct. It'll be just enough to kill him. That's a big if. Alright, let's go for it. You, and then you. Alright, and then we are going to first action them. Actually, while I'm thinking about it, do I have a counter tactic that'll work? Let's just not deal with that card. There we go. And then first action him. So I'm hoping that's enough to kill the dragon. If I miscalculated, somebody's dying. No worries. Let's see. I could first action him. And that might not be such a bad play. Yeah, let's do that. And then we'll shield her up more. And up her attack. There, we took a very minor wound, and if she gets an attack, she'll just heal most of it anyways. But she didn't. So we took 2 wounds that time, killing a dragon. Not bad. Rubies are good, we still need that for our pendants. Don't really need that thing. Let's see, we still have 3 moves. Looks like we're just gonna chill right here. And take out some more giants.
And you have just enough time to figure out the best approach.
The best approach is always to charge them. 6 wild wives. It's a lot of damage coming at us. This is going to be a hell of a lot harder than the dragon. Let's see, wild wives are level 24-ish, so none of my counters are going to work. That's fine. Let us start with Mr. Badass, who can one-shot them. Let's see, he does 67, 77, 79, 83, 113. Oh, just shy of killing that one in one blow. I could support him for 7 and guarantee that kill at least. I still have to deal with these 2. So the first one's dead. She will be able to absorb most of the attack, so let's go ahead and poke with her. And that's going to be, now that she's wounded, 5366. Not quite a kill. Needs 24 more damage. We're not going to be able to support her for that. I mean, we could, but is it worth it is kind of the question. We do have enough shields to kind of make sure that her and the next person does not take much damage. So let's do that and send her out. And we will shield her up nice and strong. And then we will poke this final one. From there, we will send out our next shielded unit and then the hammer. Oh, I was hoping they would split their attacks, but they didn't. Okay, so our elf is bleeding out. And we have one last one to deal with. Okay, he is pretty wounded, but he has 34 leech, so he can heal himself up nicely. And we're just going to let him do that.
You slay the giants.
So, yeah, they're fine. She's a little bit of a concern. It's decent, we'll keep that. We don't need that. Or that, or that, or that. Or that. Alright, elf, how badly are you wounded? Not as bad as I was thinking. Let's do a quick death calculation, see what her odds are. She has 21 wounds divided by her 20 max life is a wound scale of 105. She has a base survival rate of 70. And then since I have Bloodbath on, it's actually going to be the 2 times my top medic score, so 32 instead of 16, which puts her at a 3% chance of dying, and then 1 times my second best medic of 8, so she is guaranteed to live. No concerns there. We will still make camp though, so that she heals faster and gets ready for the next fight. And with that, we've killed 2 of the 4 giant groups.
Over Thea, and restless souls of the damned seek out the living in envy and anger. You can almost feel the approaching wave of these infernal wraiths seeking to burden your souls. But this night, a welcomed guest is seen in the shadows, a Lapiduk, the spirit catcher. This bizarre-looking creature, resembling an overgrown toad with long claws, yellow warts, and a row of razor-sharp teeth, is actually a humble servant of Veles, in the old days tasked with the hunting of wayward souls and misbehaved wraiths, but now hopelessly overfed and ever busy with his task of devouring evil spirits.
Good, leave him to his task.
Thanks to the Lapiduk, your people sleep well this night, and many feel the magical touch of Veles upon them.
So we didn't get lucky because this event has one of two outcomes. Either you get a random blessing, or one person gets a permanent stat increase of their will. But magic blessing, not too bad. Okay, our elf is going to need at least 3 more turns to heal. Let's go ahead and allow that to happen.
Thea is not an easy place to grow up in, but alas, grow up we must. One of your children has matured into a young adult and is ready to join your village and rebuild Thea.
So we have our 2 medics for our 3rd expedition. Let's start getting some warriors.
Becoming an adult is an important rite of passage.
Good strength.
The whole village celebrates this joyous occasion. The youngster places a food offering at the altars of their gods, in thanks and in hopes for a good future.
And it's going to be very unfortunate if this is in my expedition party. And it is. I don't want him screwing up my rotation because I'm only allowed 12 cards in combat, so I'm going to head back and drop him off. We are being attacked by those Gaith finally. Just going to auto-resolve it. Ooh, what the hell are you? Mroki and 6 shadow creatures. This is gonna suck. We're gonna run eventually, but damage that we deal carries over, so I am going to poke the shit out of this guy before I run away. Poke. Poke. Shadow creatures are an average of level 20, which means none of my counters will work on them. None of my confuses will work. I can first action a single person. I don't think that's going to be worth it though. So I think I just need to continue getting as much pokes out as I can and then hightail it. And that's all we can do. So now we're going to run away, take whatever wounds we get. And let's see. Fat Louie is overkilled, definitely. And looks like that's it. Everyone else is taking pretty much minor wounds. The Shade took quite a few, but she's not bleeding out. Oh, that's why. Oh, that's a 8 skull fight, technically. Fat Louie, you are not as overkilled as I thought you were. You might actually have a chance of surviving. 54 wounds divided by 44 life. Wound scale of 123. Base survival rate puts you at a 53%. And then, who's our best medic? 15... 17. So, what is that? 34. And then our second best medic is 15. So you actually only have a 4% chance of dying, Fat Louie. That is amazing. You'll be fine. Alright. Just gonna leave you guys there for now. Somebody is out of wood, which would be our misfits. What? Oh yeah, they are. So we'll break camp and head home. And then our main group will head back this way. We'll drop off this extra warrior, who was this guy. Drop off our miscellaneous resources we picked up from fighting. We're gonna go ahead and keep that meat because we need to start considering using multiple food sources for added stats. So we'll keep that too. We'll drop these off. That gives us what? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 food sources. So we just need one more. And we'll take some of that too. Then we will take these rings and the magic pendants. All of my warriors are going to get the dragon rings. And then who are my magic users? She has a 9, so you're going to get 2 of these. Bumps you up to a 15. That's pretty damn good. You also have a 9. You have 2 folklore necklaces on. I kind of need the folklore unless there's somebody that's already better than you at it. Which is looking like a big fat no. So yeah, I need to keep those folklore necklaces on her. That gives us the extra options in a lot of events. So she can get these for added magic. And who else? You have a 3 technically. So we'll put one on you. Drop all that back off. Whoops, I need those back. Okay, close that. We have no more movement, so we're just gonna have to sit tight for a turn. Just in case though, I am going to activate all of the food in preparation for that giant to attack again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Cool. And it did. But the problem is we can't kill him and get credit for it. We have to initiate the fight. So similar story, I'm going to do as much damage as I can and then back off. There's the Moroki. Actually, we can kill some of these shadow creatures. At least I'm pretty sure I can. Let's see. 16 damage? No, never mind. Oh, we can play 3 cards, so yes, we can. Let's see. Get closer. It's 26. 12 left. Bam. Oh, what? That was supposed to be 12 damage, not 11. Oh, well, he's going to be super simple to kill when we actually do the fight. We'll send her out. Send him out. And then we have no more poke. So we are going to run. Our medic is bleeding out, but not by much, so he should be a guaranteed survival. Yeah, he's not even... no chance of dying. It's not even overkilled. So, do I want to come out here and camp to heal these wounds, or do I want to just fight? I think I should camp for a bit. We'll let Astoya continue to poke them. Alright, Mroki. So I wouldn't mind getting more damage on him. Get closer, get closer. We can kill that thing. It's kind of a waste of a spear attack, but that's okay. We can kill that one too. Let's get some damage on that one, and that is our last spear. So let's run away. Now we have Fat Louie bleeding out again, Greta as well. It gets 2 attacks? What the fuck? That does not make sense. Well, whatever. We'll just do some more poke damage on him. So, get closer. Get closer. Just confuse me all you want. And that's all we can do. So now Joramira is bleeding out.
The night was restless, filled with uneasy dreams and strange sounds rummaging through the village.
Yeah, the Mroki is no joke. That's what you fight in addition to the Umbrage Lord. So that's why I usually take like 36 people or more in for that fight. But we'll whittle them down and we'll win. So this is our Poisoned Well event. This really sucks. It's bad timing. We have a freaking Mroki on our doorstep.
As the sun finally rose, you began your day's chores, and all seemed fine, but alas, it was not so. Within hours, you discover dead animals lying by the village well, and soon after, people begin feeling sick. Your well has been poisoned.
Oi. Okay.
Without water, your people will not survive long, not while they are ailing, but you also need to clean your well to restore order. One of your rangers marks 2 spots on the map. One location with the right herbs to help the poisoned, but they are just herbs, so may not help everyone in time, or the second location where you can find a water spirit. The spirit has the power to cleanse your well and heal your people, but remember, spirits are fickle creatures and could trick you. They are both far, so you will likely only get to one in time.
So I have a way of cheesing this event by just sending these people to the herbalist and having her cure the poison. In which case this just becomes a choice between the 2 events for the hell of it. This one literally only gives you herbs. This is the same herbs you get from the herbalist hut and the spider events, with no real gain of anything else. Whereas this one either leads to a fight or a couple other types of challenges, and you have a chance of gaining things like permanent stat increases and whatnot. So this is the one I usually go with. Alright, how bad is my main group doing now? Joramira is slightly overkilled, so she would not take part in this fight, which isn't the end of the world. Everyone else is mildly wounded. Not horribly. What sucks is the herbalist hut is just outside of 1 day's trek, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, it depends on what it counts this as. If this takes 2 movement, then yeah, it's just outside of 1 day's trek for the poison. But we'll deal with that in a minute. We've weakened the Mroki slightly. Problem is, we technically only have 11 people, so I might need to remove her from the group and pull out my best warrior from Astoya to join us for this fight. I think that's going to be the way to go. So we're going to move Joramira where? Right there. And then who? You're definitely not our best warrior. maybe her. Definitely her. Alright, Nistanka. That's a nice name. You're going to be joining us for this fight. Why did you... What? No, move on to them. That was dumb. Alright, let's do this. Break camp. Kill this
Approach a
fucker.
group of giants, and you have just enough time to figure out the best approach.
Charge. Alright, we are wounded, so we have to keep that in mind. However, a lot of our wounded people have leech, so they'll slowly heal themselves by doing damage. Damn it, I was hoping he was in the tactical hand. Okay. We need to deal a shit ton of damage to kill this guy. I can first action 2 cards at best. So I need to send both of my spears out right now. Which would be 16 and 18 poke right now, which gives us 34 damage. Which would be 66. This gets doubled to 16. So 82, 86, 92, 122. This gets doubled, so 142, 157. And then if I first action her, it'd be 211, 231, 241. And then him, or sorry, her, 261. This is doubled, so 274. Oh, it's just a little over, which is good because when my math is off, I need that overage. Oh, well, let's go for it. Let's poke with her first, and then her, because she has the shield. Okay, that's a lot of damage coming at us that we have to worry about. That is a lot of damage, holy crap. And the poison's going to be doubled if it hits a wounded target. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. I still have options. I think my first focus needs to be killing this one with poke right now. Limit the number of attacks coming out. So poke. Poke. Oh shit, that confused totally fucks us up. Damn it! Why did you have to throw a confuse in there? I think you're right, Coach Sec. I might have to run again. We can't keep running though. Shit. I have 2 first actions and a support of 26 damage. That 26 does not make up for what we're going to miss out from her. Fuck. That confuse just threw this whole game plan for a loop. Yeah, because if we let him hit, whoever he hits is guaranteed to die because of the overkill damage. There is no coming back from that. I wish I could have seen what level this is, because I didn't realize her counter tactic is damn near strong enough to work on these things. Alright, let's run. So our medic is once again bleeding out. Zaidka? I cannot pronounce these names. She's also bleeding out, so we'll have to see how badly that is. Okay, she's still alive, he's still alive, so they're still in the fight, which means they can still do their damage. This is stressful. It's our last movement, so it has to work now or we're screwed.
You approach a group of giants, and you have just enough time to figure out the best approach.
Let's do this for the 4th fucking time. My badass. That's good. Can I first action him? I can. Hell yeah. Okay. So, same story. We're gonna get the pokes out. So, poke. Poke. I wish I knew if this was a level 19. Oh, I don't even have it. Never mind. That is kind of comforting to know that I have so many cards that are close to being able to counter these fuckers. Okay, so my badass, when I first action him, is going to do 70, 94, 98, 128 damage by himself. 148, 155, this is doubled, so 171, 175, 201, 217. Well, that's lame. So what I could do is send him out, support him, and then first action him to guarantee the kill. We still have this fucker to deal with. So let's go ahead and do that. You go out. Let's support you for 12. It was level 19. Ah, that makes me feel so bad that on the last time I could have countered it and not have to deal with that confuse. Oh, hindsight 2020 shit. Okay, so anyways, let's first action this guy. This is the only one that's gonna work. Now, even though the Miroki dies, this one still gets its attack off. And I really don't like that. We need to shield our medic as much as possible. Or I could first action somebody else so that him and these two kill the Miroki, and then his attack will kill this one, right? Because that's doubled to 16. So that's 42. Yeah, it's just enough to kill it. That's the game plan. We just need to make sure whoever it is does more damage than him. And I think she's the one up to the task. Because he would do, what do we say, 42? She does 44. Perfect. Oh, but I can't first action her. I can... Actually, she does enough. Right there. Yeah. 27... and 14 would be 41 versus his 42. That's close enough. Yeah, what could go wrong? Famous last words. First action. Okay, so these three kill the Miroki. He kills that shadow creature. These two don't get an attack. It's a good start. And then he'll go, or sorry, she'll go. Then our hammer, which will kill that one. Start to damage that one. And then we'll just boost him up as much as possible. Crossing the fingers and go! Fuck yeah! I love when a plan comes together.
You slay the giants.
Holy shit. I think I'm going to make a small clip of that interaction of the 5 times fighting it and just be like, how to fail and finally succeed at a freaking giant fight. This is a funny looking hammer, but it's crap. Mithril will be useful. That's crap. And technically we healed wounds. That's nice. Alright, that's 3 giants down. 1 more to go. And you can rejoin the group. So that the medic keeps you alive. We're not camping, unfortunately. So we're not going to heal very much, but that's okay.
You have now slain many giants, and you feel the presence of the Umbrage Lord nearby.
I could have swore that was only 3 groups. Maybe I miscounted from yesterday. Oh well. I'll take it when I can get it. There's the Umbrage Lord. Where the fuck is that? Where the hell? Oh, he stood down. Okay. Thanks, Coach Sec. That was a pretty stressful fight right there. Not gonna lie. Okay, the warrior that we brought over. Who were you? You. Thank you for the help. You need to go back to protecting the village. Fat Louie will survive. That rat is just so hard to kill. Oh, we've all started doing our gambling armor. Hell yeah. Let's see what we got. Strength. So that's actually decent for a medic to start with. Let's see. It gives us an extra 100 weight, which means he will be able to equip it, surprisingly. We just have to kind of cheat the system right now because the armor itself is too heavy for him. So we'll take the root off. We'll put the dragon belt on. Now we have to take that shirt off, then the dragon belt. That gives him just enough strength to carry the armor, which then gives him the strength to continue carrying the armor, and now he can put his root back on. Voila! With 6 points to spare. And now he's armored. Yay! Oh, the ways you cheat the system. Okay, these guys need to camp soon. We also need to take care of the poison. Holy shit, just remembered. Who's poisoned? Let's filter it out. None. And then give me deadly poison, heavy poison, and poison. We need to put them into their own expedition. Okay. And then I'm going to just quickly rename all of them with a -H. And the reason why is I'm going to have them join up with my main group. We're going to go see the herbalist to heal both wounds and poison. And this way I don't have to worry about remembering which one doesn't belong in my group. So that after the fact, I can just quickly remove them and send them home. Alright. So let's move them down one. Have my main group join up with them. And continue the herbalist hut.
As the night veils the sky and stars shine down upon you, a mysterious traveler seeks your company. Your male companions are protesting something, but you do not really care what they say. The visitor is tall, dark, handsome.
So we have our first male vampire, or Striga, master. We have plenty of men in our group to kick its ass. So let's fight the urge to talk.
You can feel a strong spell upon you, and you know it will take hold soon.
And we will fight the spell. Wow, 2 hex cards? That's an auto-resolve.
You break the spell, and suddenly you see the Striga's true nature. His face, once handsome, now seems monstrous and twisted. His mouth, filled with sharp teeth, still smiles at you, but you are no longer fooled. He sees this and tries to retreat, although you feel he is very powerful still.
So we got a really nice long-term blessing of strength and magic. We're not going to let him run. We're killing this fucker. The bats are kind of the annoyances. We are wounded, so I need to keep that in mind. But we should be fine. Let's see. We get 1 card, so I will start with a shielded unit. And of course, AI sends the bats out first. That's fine. We'll go ahead and poke one of them to death. Send out another shielded unit. So she kills the bat. He not quite kills the Striga. He'll finish it off. That's all fine. Let's go ahead and poke that one and then send out a hammer. Now we can worry about doing some counters. Counter offense, counter tactic. At first action of bat, which is kind of funny. And because of that, we're going to first action this hammer. It'll take care of both bats. She kills that. Striga Master, he kills this Striga, and they clean up the discard pile, so we're done.
You defeated the monster.
And we healed some of our wounds.
Slain, the spell is broken, and the women are themselves again. Though even now, some seem quite sad at this turn of events.
Gear-wise, we don't need any of this, but the Ruby and Moonstone is very much appreciated. Let's continue heading towards this.
By orc bandits. They are charging at you and don't look eager to talk about it. You only have seconds to decide what to do.
Well, that's easy. We're going to kill them. Alright, we have no spears in our active hand. That's interesting. That's fine though. Let's focus on doing some counters. We cannot counter offense because all we have is level 4. But we can get rid of their tactical cards. So only 2 of them are active. And now they're both confused. So let's start with a hammer. It's not even enough to kill it now that I see that. That's fine. So 42 damage. It has 9 life left. Well, let's send her out to get a heal. And then he'll kill the other one, and then these are our cleanup crew.
You have defeated the orc ambushers. You realize a few of them have broken their weapons in a last act before dying, but perhaps some can be salvaged.
This would have been nice around the mid-game. Same thing with that. Those don't need... That would have been nice in the mid-game too. The dragon leather though, that's always appreciated. Misfits are continuing their journey home to drop some mithril off. Is that a new armor that we finished? So much has happened, I've already forgotten. Nope, that was the old one. We gained levels from all those fights. So our misfits, a little bit of a hodgepodge, but we got 3 traps on people. Level 6, that's nice. Level 10, that's amazing. And level 5. Still useful. Okay, our main expedition. More leech for the badass, that's always appreciated. I always want more damage on him now. Otherwise, a little bit of a mixture, but that's okay. And then our village. More gathering, not so useful anymore. Fat Louis is getting pretty strong himself. 24. I should give him some dragon rings. That's the only way to up his damage. Now let's go ahead and drop off this mithril. As well as anything else they've picked up. And then we need more wood. And more food. And now they can head back out to the mithril. This group will finally do the herbalist hut.
You find the solitary hut of the herbalist. It is a small wooden abode with a straw roof and smoke coming out of the chimney. There is a distinct smell of herbs and medicines in the air. An elderly lady walks out from the house to greet you.
Welcome, travelers. What brings you to my home?
Please, cure us.
Yes, indeed I can, but I haven't survived as long as I have by running a charity. If you wish to be healed, you will do me a favour. Beware, for healing wounds I require food and wood as payment, as well as a favour. But I am warning you, even if you fail the favour, I still take the goods. Poisons are cheaper, I only require a favour. So, do you need to be cleansed of a poison or wounds?
Might as well do both while we're here.
Both, you say? That will be pricey. First, you pay me the 30 food and 5 wood pieces. Then, you will go to a small cave nearby and argue with some stupid siren to get them to give me their feathers. Don't harm them, though. Only talking, and because this is a tough task, I will give you a poultice that will keep you healthy for a while after.
So we have to argue with some sirens for their feathers. Interesting. At least it's a social challenge. We're pretty good at those. Let's do this. Alright, let's send out our best fighter. Ooh, she's not even strong enough to kill that siren. Wow. Now that I know its level, do we have any counters that are useful? Not really. They might still be useful in some regard. Let's see. Got a counter offense of 11. That has a chance of working on something that's not a siren. Okay, there went the Topiak. And then tactic, another Topiak. So both sirens are out. That's okay. There went the ghost. And the last ghost. So we only have these two to deal with. I can support her for 11 more damage. That's still not going to be enough to kill this thing. And it's going to kill her. So, let us send him out first. If they combine their attacks and hit him, he dies. If they split their attacks, worst case, she dies. Or if this one hits him and this one hits her, they both survive, which would be amazing. Let's see. Assuming he does survive, that's going to be 8 damage on this one. So I need to do 24 more. This is going to be 6. This will be doubled to 16. So she does 25. So these two can kill it. That leaves us dealing with this one, which we only need to do 15 to kill it. So him with a support can handle that. And then these two can do cleanup of the discard pile, in theory. Let's see how this goes. Okay, they did split their attacks, but in the bad way, but that's alright. We still win. So we're fully healed.
You sweet-talked the siren to part with some feathers. You go back to the herbalist.
Ah, well done. You did your part, so I will do mine. Here, take this. Drink it whole and try not to gag. Now time for me to get back to work. Come back if you ever need help again.
Alright, so the poisons are gone and all of the wounds are healed, plus everyone has a temporary blessing of health, which is good. Thank you. Let's head home. Drop these extra people off. And then we'll go have a little chat with the Umbrage Lord. Alright, all of the -H's get dropped off. Perfect. Also, any miscellaneous resources we have. I don't think we've crafted anything new in those few turns. Not really, no. Okay. Where did the Umbrage Lord? There he is.
You come across a dead body lying in some sort of ditch. The corpse is literally stomped into the ground.
Search the body.
Your medic realizes that the person is still alive. You band together to try to save him, but you must all help out.
Okay, let's see if we can save him. I think it's going to be an auto-resolve. We've done these quite a few times now.
You manage to stop the bleeding and patch the person up. Later, once they can walk again, they tell you what happened. It was terrible, terrible, I tell you. Out of nowhere, a giant foot appeared and just walked right over me. I've seen many things in Thea, but I have not seen such a creature before. It was larger than a troll, more like a big dragon. I don't know what it was. Thank you for the rescue.
So this is always nice. Both of our medics get a permanent increase to their skill. 13 and 12, not bad. And he did not join us, but that's okay. We're not in a particular need for extra bodies at this point. I don't know why I'm sending them to the myth roll when I'll just be pulling them in to fight the Umbrage Lord at some point. And he's coming to me. How convenient. So let's go here, and then Umbrage Lord.
You slew 6 groups of giants and followed the
6?
signs of the Great Shadow. A black, lifeless form grows out of the ground before you and stands as tall as 2 dragons. It roars at you.
You killed giants. You waste their deaths, but I see you are not worthy of my time. I feared my enemy rising up, not mere worms.
The shadow creature turns and moves away as fast as the wind.
So this tells me that it kept a track of all the giants I fought even before I started the whole quest line. Because I killed a few groups before we ever found out about them, which is convenient. Alright, we're going to track it via hunting because our gathering will let us get it pretty easily.
Track down the lair of the Umbrage Lord.
Awesome.
Watch the land,
And we got a shade.
The creature of the shadows appears and speaks. I do not wish to serve my master. Please let me join you instead. You feel saying no is not an option.
It's a strong shade. Amazing at speeches. Got some poison too. Nice. Cool beans. Alright, and its lair is just south of where we are now. So it turns out it was kind of pointless sending the misfits off like this. We need everyone to join up. We're going to lose a lot of people fighting the Umbrage Lord. In fact, I'm just going to leave a skeleton crew to protect the village. Let's see, I definitely want that badass warrior. Fat Louie can stay to protect, the Shade can stay to protect. Both of these craftsmen can stay. We'll take him. Definitely taking him. He can stay. We'll take that one and that one. Let's go ahead and take him. So they'll stay and protect the village. These guys are going to join us. Let's just take whatever food that is unusual, so that we have as much as possible to get the max stats. We'll have them move down towards our main party. And then our main parties can't move right now. So for now, they'll just go down one more. They'll join up with them. Misfits will continue heading towards us, and we'll meet up right here. And we will finish this. It's kind of convenient how every time I play this game, it turns out to be about 10 days worth or 10 episodes. And then I finish the game. So join forces with everything we've got. That gives us 32 people. It's just barely enough to attempt this, I think. It's still gonna be hella dangerous. Yes, I said hella. I'm a dumbass like that. Grew up in the 80s, leave me alone. We don't really need that extra movement, so 9 pieces of food is fine. Alright, you guys ready for this? Oh, do a quick stretch. Let's get it on.
Approach the lair of the Umbrage Lord, and it is suitably steeped in grim darkness and stale, musty air. In an underground chamber stands a large figure, barely humanoid, made of pure darkness.
Approach.
You finally stand in the presence of the Umbrage Lord, and he is not running this time.
So the red means this is technically a 15 skull challenge. That's why we need all the extra bodies. If we fail this, people are gonna die, and we probably won't have enough people to attempt it a second time. Ugh, 3 giants. One of them a major pain in the ass. These things are kind of the fodder now, even though they're deadly in their own right. Let's do this. We did not get our badass dwarf. He is in our discard pile. But we did get the other dwarf, who is still pretty good. It's always stressful doing this. Do I want to waste my turn? No, no. Let's not be dumb. Let's send out our best warrior. He one-shots this giant, right? 61, 71, 97. Oh, shit! 2 damage shy. That's some bullshit. We're gonna support him like that. The Umbrage Lord, at least, doesn't get an attack this turn. Doesn't count for much, but we're gonna poke that fucker. Oh, first actions, you. Fuck you. Nope. We didn't get lucky that time. They're all level 20 or higher. Fine. I'm gonna do that shit too. We're gonna first action him again, so that he kills the damn giant. She gets a attack off on the Umbrage Lord. If they first action again, it's gonna piss me off. Our confuse is just under what we need it to be to work on one of them. That's a little upsetting. So she has quite a bit of damage coming at her. But she's kind of the sacrificial lamb of this fight right now. Same thing with him. Ironically, if she attacks him, he survives with 1 health, and then he gets an attack off. So that's not so bad. I could shield him, so that he's like drawing most of the attacks. That might not be a bad play. Shield him for 30. Then we'll send her out and shield her for 22. So they at least draw a number of the attacks before they die. And then we'll send out both of our hammers, starting with the weakest one, which is the elf, and then him. Nice, nice. Get rid of that fodder. The Umbrage Lord is gonna fucking hurt. Oh my god. 200 damage. Thankfully, hammers only carry over to 1 additional target instead of like carrying on until the damage runs out, because that would totally fuck us up. Okay, I think we lost 4 cards there. But we're down to just the final 2, so this is going very well. Let's see. I'm just gonna poke him very weakly. And again. Alright, so it's the two badasses that we have to deal with. We have a chance, maybe, of killing... No, we can only first action a single card. I'm going to send the Shade out, hoping that she draws the attack. She's the least useful one of my group. Ooh, my badass. Hello, badass. Guess who's getting first actioned? Okay. So he'll get an attack off, he'll get an attack off. This guy is going to kill either of them. Doesn't really matter which at this point. Preferably him. Doesn't get an attack, and then everything else will. So we're hitting the Umbrage Lord first. He has some armor, so we need to use a non-poison attack, like him, and then we can do our poisons. And at this point, I think it's better to just get closer with everyone and have all of their damage coming out. Okay, hit the Shade. And our Orc. Fuck, he killed both of them. That's okay. Woohoo! So much death. But we win!
Defeated by mere flesh creatures, no!
The Umbrage Lord falls to his knees.
I appreciate the voice acting in this game, except for certain parts like that. That was very weak.
Small patches behind. One of these patches looks like a shadow creature, but with your victory, you feel you can dominate the fiend to serve you instead.
And surprisingly, for the hardest fight in the entire game, he drops crap gear. But the Moonstone is always appreciated, though we're not going to play much longer, so it doesn't really matter. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 people out of 32 are bleeding out, so that's not that bad, actually. Let's go ahead and dominate the shadow.
Forms into a creature and obeys your command.
Oh, it's the stronger of the two. That's nice. So that gave us a technical victory. That would be level 4. Can we make it to 5? Oh, so close. I'm going to keep playing because we got to see who actually dies. I mean, it's only right. Let's see. So who's bleeding out? He is pretty overly wounded. She is guaranteed to die. Holy crap. That's 86 wounds. Yeah, she's dead. She'll survive. She's dead. He's way dead. That's a 500% chance of dying. Yeah, he's dead. He has a chance. Way dead. Oh, this is hilarious. We can't even camp. All right, let's see how many people die.
Wounds don't always have
2.
a chance to
I mean,
heal.
that's not bad. I counted on 5 being completely dead. They still have a great chance of dying. Let's see. He is right on the cusp of being guaranteed to survive. I don't know how she survived that last roll. He's on the cusp. He's on the cusp. I don't know how that one survived either. So yeah, let's camp and see what happens. Let's do a quick update. We lost 2 more. So we're at 7 dead. Next turn. Alright, Nistanka.
Death can claim its prize.
So that's 8 people lost. Let's see. He is pretty much guaranteed to survive now. He is too. So it's only the Shade that's left that should be dead. Like, seriously, she has over a 200% chance of dying. And she's not dying. I gotta find out. Curiosity's not gonna let me quit. What the fuck? Just gonna auto-resolve everything. Whoa, what the fuck is that? Oh, it's just another Maroki. Oh, this is ridiculous. Hello, Maroki. I'm gonna poke you. Oh, I'm such an idiot. Let's see. I don't know, like... In theory, she should have died, period. Because she had over a 200% chance of dying. So even with... Well, no, I take that back. Because even with my medics then... they would put her... Let's see. Our best medic was a 17, so that's a 34. Our second best was a 15, so 49. With the base survival rate of 70. Okay, so that 200 would have actually been like somewhere between a 70 and an 80% chance of dying. So technically it's not glitched. We just rolled super lucky 6 times in a row. And she survived. Never count on that. Oh god, RNG. Oh, do I even want to finish this fight now? Alright, let's attempt to take this serious. Let's see, I have 3 up to 4 cards I can first action. That's pretty good. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Who am I not going to first action? That's the question. If I can do 4, that means one of these is going to be left to do damage to the next thing. And I think that's going to be... Oh, she has to be one of them that's first action. Otherwise, the 6 is useless. So, it has to be one of the... Either of these 3, really. This one... These 2 are on par, so I think I'll leave him behind since he has a shield and more life. He'll kill that one and do some damage to this one. This technically has a chance of working. Do I risk it? Sure. Hey, one less tactic card. Okay. And we'll send her out. I guess it does, at this point it does. I want this one to attack first and then the poison, so we'll send the poisons out. Wow, look at that life. He is our wall this run. 120 life with the shielding. That's nice. Okay. First action. First action. First action. First action. And then shield him, because he's going to take a shit ton of damage. Oh. Okay, he's dead. They were 3 damage shy in being able to kill the giant. That was ridiculous. Alright, this one is now a joke, because poke, poke. Nope, that's not a poke. Oh, she still kills it. Come on. That's definitely an overkill. But he technically has a chance of surviving. Because that's only about a 160% wound scale. And we've already determined that we're sitting at like a 120 survival rate. Okay, let's chill. Continue to fight whatever comes at us with an auto resolve, which apparently is going to be a lot of crap. Baba Yaga. And let's see if he survives as well. The Shade is guaranteed to survive at this point. We got bats attacking our village. They'll be fine.
Another night falls over Thea, thanks to the lapid.
Yeah, he's guaranteed to survive now. Okay, I gotta do this real quick. Let's see what our two best medics are. 19. Oh, so yeah, it's even higher than I was thinking. So she puts it at a 38, and then our second best was the 16, so 54. So yeah, we had a 134% chance survival rate all the time. That's pretty impressive. So all in all, we lost, what, 8 villagers? Taking on the Umbrage Lord and playing with our very restrictive realism rule. That's pretty good. Alright, let's see how much of a level we gained. So I'm going to end game. Yes. We didn't care about anything but killing the Umbrage Lord. And then let's see how far we got. Yep, we just shy of making it to level 5. We got Material Girl, which actually is pretty good. This is what I was aiming for. You start with additional equipment, including weapons and armor. It just gives you a head start, and I think that's going to be what I need to attempt the Where's the Fire achievement, where you finish the entire game in under 100 turns. It would have been nice to get the Sage, because it's an extra body. So we may end up playing her again at some point just to get that, and then attempt the achievement. But for now, I'm pretty damn happy with that. We only have one more god to unlock, and then once we unlock her, we also unlock Perun. And we have so many options. We could either do Svarog, Zoria, or Mokosh to get Morena. But that's going to be another time. It's a little earlier than expected, but I think I'm going to call it quits here and get ready for my weekend. It is 4th of July weekend here in the States. So I have some plans to head out of town, which means I will not be streaming tomorrow or Sunday. Monday is kind of up in the air, and then Tuesday is 4th of July. So the best way to know if I am going to stream is to follow me on Twitter. That's where I announce anything that's happening with the stream and updates and things like that. So that's the best way to find out if I will be back on Monday or Tuesday. Otherwise, if everything else doesn't go quite as planned, I will be back on Wednesday guaranteed. So until then, guys, thanks for watching, and game on.